So this is the second project I've worked on where there was something wrong with the door, something in the door. In the Nissan Rogue, it was the door, the window wouldn't go up and down. So we tried the switch, what I thought were obvious things. Tried the switch, that didn't make a difference. Tried the motor, that didn't make a difference. And so, I happened to peel back the loom on the Rogue, and you could see the wires were terrible, and I had never seen that before. But then going through this with that airbag sensor not working, I swapped the sensors, still had the same problem, and then I just did some continuity checks and was unable to make continuity on that one wire. So clearly that is the issue. So when diagnosing door problems, go to the loom, leave that, put that into your first, one or two things that you're going to check is the continuity. All right, now we got to fix these and get this thing back on the road. Particularly when you're working with anything on your airbag, disconnect the battery. It's imperative that you do that. You don't accidentally want the airbags going off while you're messing with the wiring. The rear side impact sensor for the Silverado is located in the bottom left-hand side of the door. It's a little bit of a trick. It's a reverse thread, and so you need to turn it to the right in order to loosen it up. It takes a Torx bit to take that off. One of the solutions you might find to the code, and you see me doing it here, is the pins in that electrical connection just might need to be bent a little bit to make a better connection. In my case, that wasn't the solution. My problem ended up being behind the wire loom. You can see here these wires are just a mess. This is not uncommon, and the broken wire here on the left is the culprit for why my airbag light was on. And checking the continuity, unable to make continuity on that second leg. To get the wire loom out of the vehicle is pretty self-explanatory. A couple of tips. You will need to remove the speaker, and you'll need to loosen the bolt that's holding you can see me doing it here, that's holding the window regulator. That'll give you just enough room to pull the loom out. It's kind of tucked in right next to that. So loosen up that bolt. You don't have to disconnect it all the way. Just loosen it up. There it is. I'm surprised anything works with these doors. There's our problem. There's our broken black and orange right there. Yeah, and the other one is way down in here. Here it is. Here's the other end of it. The second half of the video here is my repair. There's lots of good videos on soldering. Chris Fix has a great one. That's where I learned some tips and tricks on how to best solder some connections. So I went through, for the broken one, obviously, I put in a repair piece of wire to kind of bridge the gap. The rest of the wires here hadn't broken yet, although some of the strands were broken. And in that case, what I did is I peeled back the insulation, wound the loose strands the best that I could, and then I soldered that area together to make a stronger bond. And everything was then taped up really well to help kind of keep these pieces together and prevent some future damage. I do expect that with years of use, a new wire loom would be the next step. It was like $70 or $80 to buy a new wire loom. I just opted to fix it here instead. Thanks for watching the video. I do appreciate it. Consider subscribing, and you'll see more videos like this, as well as some projects that are going on in my hobby machine shop. Till then, thank you. Hope you have good luck with your projects. Until next time, thanks. Hey.
But just for a minute.
Okay.
Karen's standing me up.
Hi, Jamie. Bye, Jamie.
Hey,
The
bye.
kids stood her up last night. So she has to take Megan. Wait, don't we have stuff in the back of the car?